host, Deanna Radulescu with Label Free. To live your best life, you must live label free. And we're back with our resident vitality expert. We are going to talk about sugar today. Sugar. Okay, this is a very important topic. So please welcome Ron Beckenfeld. Ron, welcome back. Happy New Year. Happy all the good things. And I
Thank
think
you.
this is a good one to kick off the new year with.
Right. Everybody probably had their share of sweets.
So you know what? I go through phases with sugar. Like I'm not a big sugar person, and if I am going to go for sugar, I like to eat fruit, right? Like I'm a fruity type of person. I don't like a lot of chocolate too often. And I know dark chocolate's good for you in just in moderation. But if I'm going to put something in my like coffee or something like that, I'll use an artificial sweetener.
Well, this if I had a choice between like orange juice and they put sugar extra in there uh, versus an artificial sweetener, myself personally,
Yeah.
sucralose or one of those type of thing, I would go for the artificial sweeteners
Yeah.
between the two.
But there's
But
all artificial sweeteners are not made the same, right? So,
there's several of them. Then you got, of course, natural alternatives. You got monk fruit, stevia, a few of those. I use
which are
stevia.
better for you in terms of like what they made this like the study around cancer. Like some of these
Oh yeah.
artificial sweeteners are, they help make I don't know if they cause cancer, but they're not good for your body. Whereas the monk
Oh,
fruit and the stevia is more of a healthier version of artificial sweetener.
well, they are. Those are the stevia is an herb. Well, monk fruit's monk fruit.
Yeah.
But the real problem is you're better off eating instead of most people drink a glass of orange juice that I think is poisonous myself personally.
No, I don't. Yeah.
Versus versus eating the whole orange or squeezing it yourself and make sure you get all the fiber and all the other stuff that goes with it. It'll be less sugar and more filling.
Do you think, and I already know the answer to this, but do you think people have a misconception that, just because they drink juice that they're drinking something healthy?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of old that used to be a standard breakfast, bacon and eggs and toast and a glass of orange juice and a coffee, I guess.
Yeah.
Would be, and that is what it was, but it's not the healthiest alternative. If you're going to have sugar versus juice versus whole fruit, you're way ahead of the game. Or if you could get a juicer that will give you all the pulp and all the fiber with it and all the other goodies with it, that's not too bad. But you get that condensed sugar.
Yeah.
And a lot of foods even just contain sugar. Like I take a whey protein, it has some natural sugar in there, or
Yeah.
even uh, other type of forms of protein
I
without the.
stay away from the juices because if you like, and here's the thing. A lot of people just they're kind of lazy and in a hurry and they think, "Oh, I'm going to pick up some juice," when they don't look at the macros. Like you should always look at the macros on anything that you're buying from the grocery store unless you're going to make something yourself like juicing like you said,
Well,
right?
look at
You
the other. Look at all the ingredients. The other ingredients is the key.
It's crazy. It's
Yeah,
ridiculous. Like, and people wonder, like, oh, well, I'm eating healthy. I'm drinking juice or I'm eating this. And it says that but they're not looking at like the macros and, like you said, the ingredients on the back. And when you start adding all that stuff up, if you start to pay attention, like, it is insane the amount of grams that are sugar that are in a lot of
added
things.
sugar. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But in the meanwhile, there's other ways of getting energy without a lot of sugar. All those energy drinks, either artificial sweeteners between that and the caffeine.
Let's see.
Or
What are you going to show us? What are we going to show us? What is this?
the keto, we've been over this before.
Yeah.
It has no sugar in
Up,
it.
up a little bit more. There we go. Yeah.
10 grams of collagen.
Yeah.
And I use it with my coffee for every time I work it. It's delicious.
Yes.
But I never ever drink fruit juice ever.
Yeah.
Ever, ever, ever.
But do
Well,
you use a juicer though?
no, I just eat the fruit. I eat fruit
Oh,
every day. Some strawberries, blueberries, cantaloupe, whatever's in season, I'll eat.
yeah. I love
Uh,
a juicer. I think that, if you can use the greens, you can use I mean, there's certain things you can't juice, but like it is just so potent, and you just feel, for me, you feel so alive, like woo, like it's just like cleansing your body.
Well, the greens are the best way to juice. I mean, those if you can get all the fiber with it, and all the pulp and all that stuff, you need all that.
Oh yeah. Well,
Some
I've
of
got a
them,
natural juicer where you put it in, like pieces of it in, and it juices it, and like
everything, you don't get the
yeah.
the pulp spitting out on the other side.
No, 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 no. It like takes it all and puts it. I mean,
Right.
you gotta use. I mean, a juicer is kind of a pain in the butt. Let's just be real. Like I love using it and I love the end result, but it is a pain because you got to have a lot of fruit, a lot of ingredients
Right.
to get just a cup of actual very pure juice. I mean, it's worth it. I mean, just the effects of doing that is amazing, but the cleanup and how much you got to use is kind of a pain.
Right. But that's why I only eat the whole fruit, and the calories are way less. Like
Yeah.
this morning, I had some egg whites, a piece of rye toast, and some blueberries and strawberries,
Ooh,
and
yum.
a cup of herb tea. That was it.
That sounds good. I like some blueberries,
Yeah. I,
strawberries.
I
Yeah.
eat fruit I eat at least once or twice a day.
Yeah.
But it's not a big giant portion.
What is some
And
other, I'm sorry.
no added, like the fruit juices I never drink ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
No, no, no. I very rarely will every once in a while I'll indulge if we go out for something to eat. I'm like, you know what? I'll just have a glass of apple juice, which is tiny when you go out, it's not a lot, but yeah, I don't really indulge in those too often. What is another issue around sugar that people eat or consume that they think that is healthy? What do you think?
Uh, well, I think it gives you some energy and calories.
No, 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 but other foods that they eat that they think is healthy for you, but it's high in sugar and it's really not.
Any of the fruit juices,
Yeah.
any kind of fruit juice.
What
I
about
mean,
the fruit bars?
uh, I don't eat them because I really never checked in on that closely because I don't
Okay.
eat them at all. But I know some of those, I call them candy bars, the protein bars. They have some protein, but they usually have a lot of sugar and a lot
Oh
and
my
pretty
God.
calories.
What's that?
You have a lot of calories too.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can you can have this keto, like I was mentioning, from Superior Source. This is 100 calories. I think it's 80 calories.
The calories are really irrelevant if you're active, right? It's more of the macros behind the calories. I mean, unless you're not active and you're taking in 3,000 calories and you're not burning it off. But people like you and I that are constantly, keeping our body in motion and are active, 80 calories is nothing. We burn that in our sleep, right? So it's more of that sugar, the fat, just those macros on how your body is going to break that down and use it for fuel. And if you are not being active, that's where people start getting heavy and they start putting on weight and their health starts declining.
Well, even if you get on the treadmill for an hour, it's about 300 calories. I mean, you can take a couple bites of the wrong thing, and you've already got that back. I think calories are important to know, because it's still in and out. I mean, if you're eating nothing but healthy calories and 6,000 calories, it's still calories.
Yeah. Well,
You
yeah.
got to consume a lot of food.
Oh my God, can you imagine? I can't even
I eat about 1,800 to 2,000 calories, and I'm eating 5 times a day, two protein drinks and 3 meals.
yeah.
That's it. But I
Yeah.
stay away from the added sugars, like the whey protein that has a couple grams of sugar. I probably have five, six with the fruit and every little fruit, maybe 8, 10 grams of sugar a day, all natural, but nothing added, no added
Right.
sugar.
And that's the difference though, because that natural sugar, you're getting all the benefits of the fruit, right?
Right,
Versus
you get
the
the
added
fiber,
sugar, which
you
is
get all the fiber in the real goodness of it. When they juice this stuff out, you're just getting the sugar and water, basically.
yeah, which is disgusting. And yeah, no, no. And I
Orange,
feel like that's changed. Okay, when I was a kid, I feel like the juice back then was a lot healthier than the juice today.
probably because the juices way back then, they weren't, they had, they were, the refrigeration was a problem.
Yeah.
Uh, a lot of juices, what they do is, uh, what's the word for it? They,
I have no idea.
they kill the bacteria, they clean, especially in the
Okay.
vegetable juices,
Yeah.
when they
So it doesn't, so they don't,
irritated.
so it doesn't go bad, right?
Yeah, that gives you shelf life. They irritated.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's microwaving it basically. A lot of stuff has done that. You wouldn't know that. Almost all the commercial stuff is like that to give you shelf life.
Yeah.
You got a shelf
Well,
life.
I don't eat a lot of that stuff. I cook pretty much every single one of my meals.
If you went
Like,
to a juice bar and had it made, it'll only last a couple days on you.
yeah.
If they
Oh yeah.
just made it right there, if you did it yourself, it won't last, a week or 2 weeks or
Nope.
6 months.
Nope.
So you have to put a preservative in there. But they use vitamin C, which is not bad as a preservative, believe it or not, in a
Hmm.
lot of
Hmm.
vitamin C.
So, okay, since we're on the topic of sugar, there's the Coke that comes from Mexico, and there's the Coke that you can get here in the US. The Coke from Mexico is way better for you than the Coke here. Did you know that?
I don't drink Coke, so I couldn't tell you.
Okay, well, it's like if you look at the difference in the ingredients, it's
Even a
night and
Diet
day.
Coke,
No, just regular Coke.
I don't think I haven't had, I couldn't remember when I've had one of those. Maybe
Yeah.
since a child.
Well, that's something that my husband he loves the Coke in a bottle, like the one from
Mm.
Mexico. And but if you take one of those from Mexico and one from here and you look at the ingredients, way different. Way different. So the
Well,
one from
they're,
Mexico is actually better for you. If you're gonna drink Coke, like that one's better for you.
they got a different taste and palate down there. And don't forget, adding sugar costs more money.
Well,
Yeah.
it has sugar. It has sugar, but it doesn't have all the crap, like all the chemicals and the preservatives that it has here.
I've never really looked at it, to be honest with you. I've never, because I don't drink it. I don't pay too
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, no,
I'll
it's
drink a
wild.
Diet Coke here and there. I'll drink that type of stuff with artificial sweeteners.
Well, I just figured since we're talking about sugar, I'd bring that up because it is very interesting how different, starkly different it is, and the
Well, they have a
taste is
different
so much
taste bud
better.
down there. They have a different taste bud though, too.
Well,
Eat a lot of
but
food
my point is that they're not putting all the crap in it that we put in here.
like
Manufactured in Mexico, it's more pure than it is here. Here, it's got all the chemicals. There, no, it's not. It's
really?
like five ingredients. It's wild.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, it's not. No.
But the
So
sugars,
every once in a while, I'll have one of those. It's like a little treat, you
yeah,
know.
I'll drink Diet Coke here and there.
Yeah,
Not too much of it. It's mainly I use the herb tea with stevia
yeah,
or a fresh or lemonade from our trees. We'll put lemon in there and we'll add the
ooh,
stevia.
yeah.
That's and a
That
sparkling water. That's my mainstay right there.
that is good. I haven't had like a fresh lemonade in a long time. Now I'm
No,
gonna want to make that.
with stevia. With stevia, it's excellent.
Yeah, okay. Now I'm gonna have to do that.
It's excellent with stevia. It's better than sugar.
Oh yeah, for sure. And you get all those like that the cleansing properties of the lemon juice. All
Oh,
that.
I every day
Ooh.
I have a cup of tea, herb tea, and I have a whole lemon in there at least every day.
There's another one of his secrets, guys. So go get yourself some lemons and make yourself some tea with lemons and fresh lemonade.
Well,
He looks so this is why he looks so great.
the lemon will keep you at a pH balance.
Yes. Yeah.
So I drink the lemon with every single day.
Yeah.
I drink every day.
So does Superior Source make any like protein bars? Do you guys
No, that's no.
no?
I'll
Because
do, I do some. I do a collagen powder, a beauty collagen, the hyaluronic acid, and biotin, 5,000 mics of biotin, 50 mics of milligrams of hyaluronic acid, 10 grams of collagen. I think everybody should have collagen.
absolutely. I drink it every day in my
Collagen,
coffee every day.
it's bland. I just take a tablespoon and put it in my mouth and wash it down. It's very bland. It doesn't taste like anything.
I know it doesn't taste like anything, but I just like
Uh,
I don't think I could
lot,
do that.
lot worse tasting than
I don't think I could do that. No, but
that.
I'm a big believer in collagen. I think that's why I've aged so well is because I've been taking it for like 20 years. And people always comment on my skin. I'm like, well, I mean, I take care of myself inside and out. Like there's, you know, because it prevents the breakdown of the elasticity in your skin, protects your joints. I mean, it's so good
Now
for your
you're talking.
hair, skin, and nails, like all of that things, all those things.
For your bone structure, especially.
Oh yeah.
You always you lose the collagen, and you lose the collagen, then you lose the bone, and then the muscle mass that is there. That'll go with it too.
Yeah, no, I don't think I'm gonna be losing my muscle mass anytime soon. I got a lot of it.
Need a while.
What was I gonna say about the sugar? since we are on that topic. So you did bring up the bars. And that's another thing that people like. I didn't realize when I was in my 20s, I used to go for those bars a lot. And then I started reading a lot. And then I started understanding what macros meant. And then I started reading the back like of the bars and seeing what the nutrition facts were. And it was just like I was blown away by how unhealthy most of those bars are.
They're about the same as a regular candy bar. You might be fighting over 5 or 6 grams. A regular candy bar, whatever it's Snickers, whatever they're on, 23 to 30 grams of protein.
Yeah.
You go to these bars, they're in that 20-gram range too, 18, 20. It's like eating a can, and they're small too.
Yeah. Yeah. Not
It's
good for you. There's very few that are good for
you don't
you.
fill you up
The
for
amount of
me.
sugar and the amount of fat really it will blow your mind if you pay attention.
It's just like eating a regular candy bar. You're just splitting hairs pretty much.
Yeah. Well,
There's
I mean,
some
that's good to highlight because I don't think a lot of people pay attention to that. They're like, "Oh, it's a protein bar." When no, it's not. It's like you said, it's like a candy bar.
You got to learn how to read labels, especially with serving size and other ingredients. And then when you do that, you can make sound decisions. And everything's spelled out. When I first started into this business, they didn't even have nutritional labeling. They had none of this stuff.
Yeah.
None of it.
Hmm.
The canned tuna, they didn't even break it out because I eat a lot of tuna still. You know, they didn't have nutritional facts. Now everything's there. You just got to learn how to read the labels. It's pretty easy.
Yeah, it is pretty easy. Why do you think that people make it overcomplicated? Why do you think they do that?
A lot of advertising hype, and you're really not looking at the reading what it is. But the companies, believe it or not, are getting better and better and better at it. The big companies have realized that there's a lot of money there. They just want to make a profit,
Yeah.
and they'll sell whatever they can. And that's what they're doing. They're getting cleaner with a lot of stuff. It just is.
Yeah. What are the things that people should pay attention to? So if they're going to take a look, grab that box, grab that bar, grab that can, grab that bottle, and they take that product and they look at it. What are the things that they should be looking at
First
on?
thing I would look at is the amount of calories,
Yeah.
serving size. Don't be fooled. Sometimes it's 3 servings and it's a small thing. You eat the whole damn thing. And look at break up the protein, the sugars, saturated fats, that, and then go to where it says other ingredients. Then you'll find out what the hell it's made out of.
Yeah. And
Other
it'll
ingredients
blow your
tells you
mind once you start. I mean, on an average, what should be like the calories, fat, and protein that people should be looking for in every meal? What do you think? You say you would eat 1,800 to 1,900 calories
I
a
think
day.
protein as you get older is absolutely critical. That's the building blocks. Everything I is based around protein. I try to get about 20 to 25 grams every time I put something in my mouth. So that's
Yeah.
important. And then I'm after the sugars.
Yeah.
And if you're really sensitive, you got to watch the sodium a little bit if you're a little sensitive to that. Just read the labels.
Yeah. No, I think
And
it's very important.
I think it's critical. Just know what you're eating, what you're putting in your mouth. You go to the store and you look at the garment and see if it's nylon or silk or whatever. I mean, going to that much problems. How about what you're putting in your mouth? You want a real nice garment. I mean, I think you kind of look at that too. What is it made out of? Rayon or silk or?
Oh, you mean your clothing?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
People look at that more than they do the nutritional labeling,
Mm.
especially the clothes snobs. The ones who want the wants the name brands, or whatever.
Some of the name brand stuff is not all that great. Like I've got plenty myself, and some of it's not made the best either. So, it really is preference, I guess. But I
If you're
think that the lesson here is to be mindful of making sure you're paying attention to what is in the things that you are eating. If you're not going to be eating whole fruits, whole grains, cooking your own meals, and you're just going to grab something from the grocery store, pay attention to what that label says.
absolutely
Yeah.
100%. But the stores will sell whatever they can make a profit is whatever the people. McDonald's will sell all health foods if they can. People will buy it. They don't care. They really don't
But you
care.
could get McDonald's and have it prepared a certain way where it's not that bad for you. I know that McDonald's hamburgers, the regular hamburgers, were a big staple for bodybuilders back in the day. Like, they would eat like 10 of them with just the patty and a couple buns, and that was it.
Uh, if you're young, you can get away with that kind of stuff. When you start getting older, I don't think so. When you're young, you're
Well,
running
yeah.
around, you're working out, it's your body's completely different than when you. I think 40 is the break. You got to really put your eye on everything. It's like a
Mhm.
car. I think they hit about 50,000 miles. I think you got to service them a little bit.
I do my PMs all the time.
I mean, you got to take care of it. Even anything, you got to maintain stuff. I mean,
Oh, I'm a
e-
big believer in that.
even if
Absolutely.
your toilets, you go away for a few weeks or so, you got to make sure they'll flush and whatever. They, you,
Had, yeah, as a female, had I not taken care of myself all these years, I think that I would definitely have, my body would have broken down at this point in my life. I see a lot of women around me that they just don't take care of themselves, and it shows, right? They've reached a point in they've reached midlife, and our bodies change in midlife, like you said, when you're 40s. And I'm just like, oh my God, thank God I've taken care of myself, because I can't even imagine if that was my starting point and having to reverse all the bad things I did to my body. And now it's going to, God knows if you'd ever get back to feeling like normal and getting back in shape and reversing like that. I mean, I guess that pear shaped body that comes with middle age for women.
well, as you get older, I mean, there's no guarantee, even if you start taking care of yourself, there's a lot of predisposed diseases. Like in my family, heart disease runs very hard in my family, both sides. And I do have heart disease. And I've
Wow.
eaten clean, I've done everything.
Do you donate blood or donate plasma to?
I've done that before, but I don't, I've done that before. I hate to admit it, I got one complete blocked artery. I should be dropped dead. But
Seriously?
yeah, complete
Wow.
blocked artery. And I've gone ahead and I've built through my exercising, I'm able to feed my heart with alternative routes.
Yeah, yeah.
It's developed, and that's that. And I do cardio. I mean, but that runs on both sides of my family. And I've been eating
Wow.
clean for decades and decades. My liver makes too much cholesterol.
Yeah.
It's
I have
that.
high cholesterol in my family, but I actually just dropped it 10 points just naturally. I've just,
I take a,
and
I have to admit it, I take a statin drug. I
oh, you
take
do.
Repatha. Yeah.
Mhm. Well, I mean, we want you to be around for a while, Ron. I mean,
Well, they don't, it doesn't seem to give me any problems but I'm aware of it and I do everything to stay fit. Like, and I get up, I do 30 to 40 minutes of cardio every day, man.
yeah. Yeah. Well,
And just,
I think that's a great example. Like, just there's some things that we can't really prevent hereditarily. There are things that we are predisposed with, but you still, even though you do have that, you still need to take care of yourself. And that's even more of
oh,
a reason.
absolutely. It just shows you if I wouldn't have built this other artery system, I probably would have dropped dead at about 60.
Holy cow, that's a really scary thought.
Yeah, it's kind of, but the meanwhile, you know, I thought I was going to have a stent. I went in about a month ago to probably the stent, and they noticed I had a complete blocked artery. And I'm eating clean, I'm doing everything
Yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah. Wow.
And they said no. And they said I can't, do anything right now, but you seem to be doing fine. And I've had this for a long time.
Yeah.
You
Wow.
can have your arteries blocked and still live,
Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah.
but you built a whole new system, and that comes with
Your body builds a whole new system.
right,
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
And it's very common, especially with people who are athletic.
Yeah.
So that's what's keeping me going. And my blood pressure is real good still. I mean, I don't take any blood pressure medicine.
Well, that's good. Just one medication then for.
It started with one, now I'm on three
Oh, wow. Okay.
that I found out 10 years ago.
Okay. Hmm.
Even if you have I was going to a doctor for about 40 years and uh, my cholesterol was always a little bit high. And he said, you work out and this. And I thought he was a real good doctor. He died. I went to another doctor and we checked the cholesterol. Says, this is when I was 70 years old. Then we found out I had all this. I went on the medication.
Well, I mean,
It's
that's
like,
not too bad. You went 70 years without having to take medication, and you're
right.
still
And
you're
never
and you're
took
still
any.
great, right? So
No,
I do believe it gets to that point where you need to, obviously, if your body just naturally is producing, you said more cholesterol, right? Then you have to do something to prevent any further harm happening.
modern medicine has its place. I mean,
Yes. I guess that's, yeah, that's the point I want to
You got to
make.
be smart about it. I mean, everybody's going to live about the same. It's the quality of life. I mean, I think the major thing is going back to the sugar and keeping your weight down. I think that's a real
Absolutely.
major, keeping your weight down. And you don't need a ton of exercise. And you can eat even crap food, but you got to keep it down.
Yeah, that's
There's
true.
some junk food,
That's true.
don't have a lot of calories in it.
That is
If
true.
you don't got the strength to fall in line to basically eat real clean. If you keep your calories in line, hey, let me put it this way: if you ate two candy bars that are about 300 calories each, you'd probably turn into a bone, and that's all you ate all day long. It's only 600 calories.
God,
That,
I can't even imagine doing that. I would feel so disgusting. Like, ugh.
that's a starvation diet. But a lot of people only eat one meal a day, and
Yes, I know that.
they eat it at night, and it's a crap meal.
Yep.
I mean, that's how you think you really get disease. You
Well,
don't
yeah,
eat much. You don't eat much. Let's say 100%. Let's talk about 100%. If you ate 10% crap,
yeah,
you'd probably be just fine. And let's say you only eat one meal a day or whatever one meal a day, and it was all just crap. You'd have a real problem here, man.
yeah.
And you're not eating a lot of calories because you're only eating one meal a day, but it's all junk. And you're
Right.
not getting fat. I know that people like that. You don't get fat, but you're pounding maybe a 800 calorie dinner, and you maybe have nothing during the day, hardly at all, and it's not quality calories you're eating. You'll pick up all kinds of diseases, man. You don't know what to hit you if you do along that. You'll start
Sounds
getting all
just,
kinds of diseases.
yeah, that just sounds terrible. It sounds awful.
There's a lot of people like that. They only eat one meal a day.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
know. I had my one of my old best friends. She was pretty heavy set, and she was fine, totally healthy, and she would only eat one meal a day. And I said, "That's not good for you." She wanted to keep wanting to lose weight, and I'm like, "You have to start like shocking your metabolism because your body is just holding on to whatever it eats because you're not eating enough for your body to like
Well,
work."
you get in starvation mode. You got to eat to lose weight. Don't
Yes,
anybody tell you, and diets don't work. And if anybody tells you that, they're full of, you know what? They don't work. You just need moderate eating, 4 to 5 times, even more. Make sure what you're putting in your mouth is good.
yeah,
And
amen
if
to that.
yeah, and you'll just be fine. It takes superior source.
That's right. So with that being said, let's just start wrapping things up here. The moral
Yeah,
to the story is learn how to
let me
read
make some
labels.
money here.
What?
It's a superior source microlingual,
Yes, there we
cl-
go.
the cleanest vitamin in the world.
B12.
That's a
Everybody needs
B12, right?
B12.
Dissolves in your mouth or under your tongue.
Yep.
Small but potent.
Uh,
We don't use any chemical fillers, binders, or anything. We're the only one in the world that makes a product like this.
I love it. It's awesome. Yeah.
You
So
know,
you can purchase Superior Source on Amazon, at your local grocery store, at Walmart, right?
.com and almost any thousands of health food stores. If they don't have it, tell them to bring it in.
There you go. I like it. We're
They
gonna
can
be a
buy
sales.
health food stores can buy it from us if they want a health food store and be able to, we support the small independent retailer. They can compete with Amazon.
Oh,
Our
I love
price.
it.
It's called a MAP price, which we put ours at a MAP price. We give enough profit to the small retailers that they can compete and sell with Amazon.
I love it. Okay, very good. All right, you guys, take note. If you have a health food store near you and you want to get some Superior Source products, go ahead, go talk to them and let them know they got a special price for being a retailer. And Ron wants to support their business. So, Ron, you want
Absolutely.
any last words before we start saying goodbye?
Just stay healthy and stay away from the sugar.
Yeah, for sure. Amen to that. Watch what you're putting into your body.
Read the
Quality of life.
labels.
Quality of life is most important. Read the labels. Ron, as always, such a pleasure talking to you and bringing a lot of knowledge and information around how to stay healthy and to utilize Superior Source for our supplement needs, collagen, protein, all those good things to keep you healthy and active and staying looking like this incredible man right here. So thank you very much, Ron. It was a pleasure. And yeah, one last flex for us. You guys, this is your host, Deanna Radulescu with Label Free Podcast. Live your best life. You must live label free. As always, don't forget to subscribe, follow, rate, review, comment, share, all those good things. And I'll be back soon with more dynamic guests.